So from the air it passes through this and it comes via this. We have given a backside connections. So here it will go, and here this is the in this valve. This is the input of the here from this side it goes to the input, and here these two pistons controls the upward and the downward directions of the cylinders. These we can tight. This is control of.
And hydraulic means it is because by the oil, by passing the oil, hydraulics will control. Pneumatic in the name sense air. So this is a valve which controls the solenoid valve which controls double acting cylinders, and this is electrically operated.
And here these two pistons controls the upward and the downward directions of the cylinders. These we can tight. This is control of where we can tight it the cylinders movement. I mean, you can see at the back side, we have given 3 terminals. Okay. So, from this, the cylinder movements will happen. Example, so suppose I on this. So, I am on this. Now, I am giving the air supply here. So, once the air supply is given, it will not operate because we have given to 24 volt supply haven't given. So I am giving a supply from here, so it is on. Now it is getting 24 volt. I am giving supply. This cylinder up and down. So I am giving down. So from that cylinder operates. When I give cylinders to like up, it will go down. That means
down means up means
the pressure it will operate. So the pressure will push. The air will flow from this side, so the cylinder piston moves up. When I give air pressure up this side, so cylinder pressure will come down. So like it will work. So like similarly, other cylinders too. Okay, because by the air pressure it will work. And this is a pneumatic module, and we have lot of valves like this. We have a hand lever valve. We are not actually like 3x2 valves and 5x2 valves. 3x2 valves and 5x2 valves. They are different pneumatic modules, like pneumatic valves, and how the like we can operate by hand also. Like if you operate, like it will move, the cylinder will piston move, and if you don't want to operate, it will by air only it will operate. That means it is pneumatically operated. By the pressure of air, the automatically cylinder moves. That means we will only, for connecting this HMI, IP address of this PLC and this PLC should be, we have to check all the two HMI like IP address, and you have to enter in this HMI website like software. Then only it will be connected. Or else if any and port number will be there, and that port number and this IP address should be there. If anything mismatch in that, it will not get interface. So now I have given a staircase program here. So similarly, see like example how industry might, example I am telling you. Now I am giving an input 0. I have given 3 inputs here. 1, 2, 3. That means 3 switch I am given. So first one, this is the input 0 program. So I have given a switch here. So this is switch 1 input. So this is output of the switch. And same as switch 2 LED, and switch 3 LED. So here we have given a program as per this truth table. Here this is switch 1, switch 2, switch 3. So now like let the students do. I'll just tell what to do. That time now only when we on the switch light 1, what I have programmed here as Q3. That means here Q 0.3 should be on. Like as that I am programmed here. So when we on light 1. Like when we have switch 1, light 1 should get on, and when we on light 1 and light 2 should get on. So like that, if you just give input via that banana terminals to I00. Wait, I'll only give. Or else you tell me this logic, sir, I will connect. Okay. Wait. So I am giving input. Suppose this I will take. So when I connect, you tell me first logic. Switch 1 is on, and switch 2, 3. When this condition, what should be? light 1 should be on. So when this is switch 1, switch 2, switch 3. When this switch is on, that means switch 1 is on, and what should be the output? Light 1 should be on. So this is light 1 I have programmed as Q.03. And next condition is
Switch 1 on, switch 2 be on, switch 3 off.
only switch 3 is off, and output
Output light 1 off, light 2 on.
light 2 will be on. So I am giving a second input as this is second switch now. So I am giving. So what is the output there? Q04, that is light 2. Light 2 will be on. And next case,
All 3 are on.
all 3 are on. So in that case, I am taking another switch. I will take capacitive NC sensor, and I am giving to I02. So all 3 switches are on, but what is the output?
Light all
Both are off. So here the both are off. Okay. And what is the next condition?
both switch on, third is on.
Both switch is on,
Off.
off. Both switch are off.
Third
Okay. Only third is on. What is the
is
output?
on. Light 1 off, light 2 on.
Your light 2 is Q0.4 on, and light 1 is off. So like this, for every application we use logic gates. Example, in this room, suppose no one is there and we are all lazy to go and off the switch, and we can't, anytime we can't go, hey, who will off the switch? Like that everyone will be feeling sometimes. So whenever we come in, the sensor should detect us, okay, some person has entered, we have to on the light switch and all. So in that case, what we use logic gates to program for this PLC to apply that application to this room. So example, while you are coming, I'll place a sensor like this over there. So that time what will happen, we have programmed. When we cross here, like when we cross, that time the sensor will detect and it will give the signal to the PLC. From the PLC, what it will do, in this we have CPU also, processor. So that processor will check for the logic, whatever the logic we have programmed. So that as per the logic, it will execute, okay, someone has entered, we have to on the light and the fan. So as per, when we on the switch 1, we have 2 outputs should be on, like that. So that is, everything is like logic gates and timers and counters we use like that. As per, this is the basic like understanding of PLC and how it works. So I'll tell you the next programs. Logic gates, I'll tell you how to operate. From first I'll tell you. So I'll close this. You focus here. So I'm closing this. So once closed, this is, I have installed already TR Portal V15.1 here. So this, we have to double click on this. So once we double click on this, we'll get like this, whatever the projects we have already saved or done here, it will be showing here, open an existing project. Or if you want to create a new project, you have to click here. If you want to open an existing project, you have to click that project name and you have to give open. So here we have to create a new project, and create a new project, it will ask for these things: project name, path, version and author. So project name, what I am giving is example gates, logic gates I am giving, and this path should be same so that the program will save over there. And the version is 15.1 what we have installed, and you have to click on create. Once we click on create, it will ask for configuration. Configuration is nothing but we have to configure this program to that PLC. So how we will configure? We use this Ethernet cable, we will connect here. So we will take this and we will connect the Ethernet cable over there. So after that, we have to give configure device. The system is visible, or you just keep it here. Okay. So once we give whatever the previous PLCs, if it is there, it will show here. That means already a program PLC is there here. If not, we have to give add device.
There it is mentioned as S7
and you have to go for
PLC. But in Simens, we have a lot of different versions, that is like 1200, 1500, 300, 400, etc. So here we use S7200. So click here once you click here, we have to configure the CPU to this system, so we have to click on the CPU. So once you click on the CPU, it will show the different whatever the models we have. So here we have CPU 121C, AC/DC relay model, like different models. Once in that CPU, like in that PLC, you know, I have told you that it is CPU 121C DC it is the model. But what if you don't know the model? So how you will configure that means here you have unspecified CPU 1200, right? Okay. So in case if you don't want to, I don't want to select it automatically, I have to take whatever it is connected. So you have to click here. Once you click here, you will get this E6ES7 that is unspecified. So you have to click again. Now you will see what is the article which we are giving 6ES7 and here
Anything
and
you
the
have to
version,
give add.
and you have to give add.
Once you give
not
the
change.
add, this panel will appear. This is the software where we do all this programming and configuration, everything. So in this software, you see a detect option. When you open all of it, like suddenly it will ask for detect. When you open as an unspecified only, it will ask for like this. So detect. When you give detect here, it will open a this kind of display where this is important. We should not change when we are configuring this. It should be PN/IE. Once it is PN/IE, and the PG and PC interface should be what? This is the family controller which is inbuilt in this CPU. This CPU and that will be like interfaced. So this is a PG and PC interface. So once we give this both thing, and we have to give start. Once we give start, and this is the IP address of that PLC. Okay, that PLC's IP address is 192.168.01. This is, we have to have a look here. So once
This is the MAC address of
that PLC, the PLC one MAC address and address of this PLC. So once it is done, it will give an option, enable option of detect. So you have to give detect. Once you give the detect, automatically you can see the top view of the both PLC we have connected here. We can see here. Once we see the PLC is configured, we have to go for program blocks. Program blocks. In this program blocks, we have to go for main object, where we will do the ladder program here. So this is called. I'll show you. So in this ladder diagram, in this PLC, coming to the PLC, we have, this is PLC is nothing but programmable,
logic controller.
yes, programmable logic controller. Okay, so in this programmable logic controller, we have input output modules. That means IO modules we have. Okay. And we have CPU, central processing unit inbuilt it is have, and here the logic execution will happen. And again, what and all, yeah, we can connect this, that is what, input output modules we can connect, and we can also connect extension modules also. This is a basic understanding of PLC, and here we have 5 types of programming languages. What and all the programming languages are? Ladder diagram. Ladder diagram and FBD. FBD is nothing but functional block diagram. SFC, that is sequential flow chart, and structure list, structure list and instruction list and structure text it is. Okay. This is the main like 5 basic programs which we use for PLC. Here we use ladder diagram. So in this ladder diagram, like how to use ladder diagram means, this is called ladder. This is called branch. So I'll tell you, this whatever it will be in this position, it is called. Yes, input will be given from this side and output will connect. Only then the current flows from left to right.
Top to bottom.
Left to right, and again downstairs it will come. So this is called rungs of the PLCs. And here these are called as branches. Okay, these are called the branches. And whatever the elements we use here, that are called LAD elements. That means ladder elements. Okay, that is LAD elements, whatever we use here. So now I'll just give an example like a open switch. This is
Rungs.
rung. No, this is branches. This is rung.
This is
Branches.
rungs.
Rungs and branches both are in.
Same.
And here this is called normally open, normally close, and this is the assignment we use for the output here. So once I'm taking these two inputs, so once I will just click here and it will come. So click here and give input address. That means input we always specify as 0.0. Okay, I 0.0 or 0.1 like that, and output we use as 0 to 0.0. Okay.
देख लो प्रोग्रामिंग पे.
So I 0.0 input Q 0.0 I have given. That means one switch, when I press that switch, the output should get on. Okay. So after giving a ladder diagram and giving a program here, we have to go for download project. Download to device, there is an option. Click on that. So this will come. So here you have to again give start search, and whatever the PLC is getting is it will be configured here. And once it is shown here, you have to give load. Load is nothing but it will show the connection symbol here. Load is nothing but we are loading this program to the PLCs. So this will come. We have to give click on without configuration synchronization. And here whatever the stop modules, that means whatever the module like program already dumped inside the PLC, we have to remove that and we have to add our program. So whatever the program is there, it will be showing here. So what you have to give is click here, stop all whatever there inside that, and you have to give load. So that time our program will get load into that. So once given, you have to give finish. So once it is finished, you have to go click here, go online. Once it is go online, we can monitor from here, the monitoring on and off. So once here, the current passes from, as I told you, current passes from left to right. So that is here, the green is nothing but the power supply is there. Once the switch is on here, the power supply will pass to here. That means it will on. So you just on the input one, I 0.0. Remove that upper one. No, upper one. Yeah, connect to I0. Upper one, I 0.0. Now give to that green one. Now give to that push button only. Push button you gave. Now press the push button.
Push
there.
button. Oh,
no, that side.
green वाला.
No. Once you press that, keep on pressing. Yes. Once you press that, you can see here, the switch has been pressed, current is passed. Then you have see the output is on. So once you leave, it is been cut here and the power supply is not on, the switch is not on. So similarly, I'll do the logic gates, how it will be done, I'll show you. So once the program is done, we have to give go offline, and you have to edit the program. So here I have the logic gates. Coming to the logic gates, we have AND gate. First we'll do AND gate. AND gate is nothing but there will be two inputs and one output. And what is the inputs we give here?
0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1.
1 0 1 1. So as per the AND gate,
0 0
when both the inputs are high, then only the output should be high. So what will be here? 0 0 0 1. So this how we will do. That means we only focus on when the output should be on. So that means only these two. That means when A and B are pressed, then only the output should be on. So what I do is I take two NO for two switches. So normally open, and I'll give the output as this is output, this is A and B. So this program I'll do here. That means I'll click here and give an NO here, and I'll give I 0.1. Okay.
एक मिनट यहाँ पे इसको डिलीट करिए. डिलीट
full.
नहीं, only this.
Delete.
कैसे कनेक्ट, यहाँ पे कनेक्ट कैसे किया?
Click कर and go to click there. So you will get this.
Okay. वहाँ पर after double click.
Now double click there and I 0.1 I'm giving. So what I am getting is A, B and output. So I am again downloading this. downloading and loading it to the PLC. So once loading, what I have to do, go to online and monitor. So now you connect switch I is 0.1, connect that one. Okay. Or extra, you connect this extra one to that switch 1 and connect that to push button 1. No. It will come. Wait. This is length is small, no? So what I told you is, yes, correct. We can connect it to extend this wires. Okay. So input 1, I am given to push button 1 and input 2 to push button 2. You keep.
पहले एक को प्रेस करो.
So you press only first.
पहले एक प्रेस करो. देखो यहाँ
One.
आउटपुट नहीं
So
मिला.
only one.
दूसरा करो, पहला छोड़ो. अभी भी नहीं मिला. दोनों करो.
So I'll tell you. So first you don't press anything. So when you don't press anything, the output is not, the light is not given here. So when you press IO, just press first one. So when you press first one, the current passes still here and it will not go to the output because I2 is not pressed. And
one को छोड़ो, दो को प्रेस करो.
one you leave and press 2. When you press 2, this is on. But for this, the current is not given. So output will be not on as per the AND logic. So when you press both. So when you press both, the output will be on. AND logic satisfied. So now we'll do for OR logic. OR gate, similarly we have two inputs and outputs. And what is the input?
ये तो तुम कर लो. Everyone knows these things.
Oh? Okay.
Everyone knows this ladder program for basic kids.
हाँ. Then
Just come or do make for any other. तुम कर ले.
okay.
करो. बनाओ किसी एक के लिए बनाओ. और गेट का ही बनाओ.
First you have to go offline. Okay, offline. You have used delete option if you want. Delete. There it is.
कीबोर्ड से डिलीट होता है.
हाँ, delete करो. पूरा delete करो. From starting you do. Click here there and go. What you have to do? Logic. First you write the logic here.
कौन सा करोगे बनाओ. सीधे लेटर डायग्राम बनाओ ना. लॉजिक क्या लिखना है. लेटर बनाओ. सब पता है. लेटर बनाओ.
So here the logic is here. You give input A.
बनाओ. XOR गेट का बनाओ. लेटर ये लेटर बनाओ. वायर कहाँ से कनेक्शन लेना है. वायर आउटपुट.
So
we have
now,
to take this puts and wire.
now when we want to take another branch or as you said branch, here is an option.
Okay.
Click here, click on here, and then click some other whatever you want to add. Click there and what? Yes. And now you want to add. Go the next. This is a connection. Okay. So now
इसका नाम दो.
now you give the input. Yes. No.
रेड वाली.
Double click. Now we give I 0.0. 0.0. Next one. Give I 0.1.
0.1.
Q 0.0.
0.0. इसका नाम क्या रखोगे. 0.2.
I 0.2. नहीं, only two inputs we take.
Okay.
So you have to give again 0.0. 1. So you just, before turning on this, you just explain the logic what you have done.
करो लिखो exhaust gate का.
So that means here you have given first condition is 0 0. That means when this both are 0, output should be what? 0. That means when it is 0, okay, this is already connected. So now you run and check with this logics. If it is correct or not, you will only get to know. So download to device. Yes, download. Go online. Monitor. You have to see now what is happening. So go here. This symbol is monitor. So this is how. So now I'll go and you just see here. I'll go there.
कैमरा
Second one is on, output is on.
if
When
is
both
on,
are 0, output is off. So when I on both, so this is how we have to, this is like how we will use this is an application level. So if any one is on, output should be on, right? So that means how will we say, any application, think
exhaust gate
XOR gate ka application. Similarly, room applications, like when two fans are on, that means what? Like some other main power supply should be off to reduce the current, like that, application wise. Similarly, we use when two fans are on, which main power supply should be off because of to reduce current. When two lights are off, like two fans are off, similarly no need to on the main, so it will be off. Any one fan is on, let the fan be. So like that kind of applications we use through ladder diagrams. Okay.
exhaust XNOR का करो.
So this is how, this is what.
तुम करो एक exhaust का हो गया XNOR करो. जीरो पॉइंट जीरो नाम देना है XNOR नाम देना I 0 ठीक है. I 0.1 आउटपुट कनेक्ट करो. Q 0.0 Q 0.0 ठीक है. ब्रांचेज लो. दो नॉर्मली क्लोज लगाओ. I 0.1 के रहेगा. उधर बोलेगा 0.1 0.0 वायर कनेक्ट करो ऊपर. ठीक है, हो गया. अब इसमें क्या है, एक्स नॉट गेट है, तो जब दोनों या तो ऑफ होगा या दोनों ऑन होगा तो आउटपुट क्या होगा. एक भी ऑन होगा तो आउटपुट क्या होगा. चेक.
So here output I have connected to buzzer.
ओके.
Okay, application wise example, if you are in a building, if you are in a building, so something happened, example fire alarm detector, temperature or gas temperature detector we will be fixing in this buildings or floors, right? So whenever gas, example because of the fire or thermal energy, the gas will come and the smoke detector will detect the smoke and it will indicate to a controller, like okay, I have detected the smoke, it will give signal to the controller. So what this controller do, as I connected the buzzer to here, it will be giving the signal to the alarm or to close the main gates or open the emergency exits, like that application is built. To be like application wise, BMS, the Simens company is mainly using as a branch, separate organization called BMS, that is Building Management Systems. What they do there is, it is of three types. That is field level. That is field level is nothing but small sensors like temperature, thermostats, RTD, or thermocouple, and field pressure sensor. VFD is nothing but variable frequency drive. These kinds of sensors they use at the field level. Field level means room level. That is how we will interact. So that level is called as field level. These sensors, what will do? What will they do? It are all the sensors output like outputs are connected to controllers, small controllers. We call in BMS in Simens we call as DDC controllers, direct digital controllers. So that controllers are connected to small like systems, which small level for only to control this thing. We don't need to go to PLCs levels and all. Just small DDC controllers is enough to only to control this thing, room. So what if we have 100 floors and each floor has 50 rooms? So how we will control? How they will control means all these field devices are connected to one DDCs. There will be hundreds of DDCs one single building. So each DDC's inputs are whatever it will sense, right? So that data are transferred via Modbus. So that Modbus data is transferred to BACnet IP. That is a protocol which they use. BACnet IP protocol is a Simens which they use for this building management systems. So that IP from BACnet IP is nothing but they use BACnet master slave token pass IPs. So via that the data is passed transmitted to the management level. And that DDC controllers are nothing but automation level. From that level it goes for the management level. Management level is nothing but a person sitting in front of the system and a SCADA system is there. SCADA system is nothing but to supervise all over the building. So that we use SCADA. Similarly, here this is not a SCADA, but here simple HMI which we interface. That's it. So this is how the organization works. So this is how the controllers also works. Same DTC controllers, so PLC controllers. As per these gates, like how they will do means they will set temperature, and if they sense the temperature, the room temperature should be 50. So the controllers they give once it exceeds 50 degree, it will like heater or the fan, whatever hot air which is coming, it should be off, like band, it should be closed. So that time the temperature they will on some other cooler to cool the room temperature. To control and maintain this room temperature, we use these controllers. Like this, we have to build applications. How we build applications? By understanding the logics. How we build logics? By understanding these applications and by creating a logic diagrams. Yes, that is a basics. So now here, which gate is that? That is of when both inputs are high, output should be high, and when both inputs are low, output should be high. Yes. Now I am giving buzzer. That means I have both are 0. Okay. I press, buzzer is not coming. I left and I press the second one, buzzer is not coming. So when I press both, buzzer is coming. So this is how logics. Unpack karne ke, this is how we have to build programs. That's it. It is already fixed, no? By unpacking the cover, in that it got.
कैसा स्क्रू है देखना अगर
Allen की small screw है.
Allen की वाला है.
Yeah. 3 mm. And PLC is in PLC, like whatever the program we already dumped it. Suddenly a power cut happens, and we on the system after some time. We on it. So that time what PLC does, already the program which we did, it will be already dumped in. So even though if you do, even though if you don't put any other we didn't connect also, that program will be loaded there. So now we have given XOR gate, right? Like which gate you have, XOR gate we have given. So all of a sudden what I am doing is I'm just offing it. I just offed it. So I just on, but I haven't dumped the program, I haven't loaded, but it is already the program will be inside this. So program is inside this. This is what we call that PLC. First, whatever the program which you have to put in, dump it, you have to delete, stop all the modules, whatever inside. So only we use stop module before loading. So that's it. And coming to HMI, HMI is nothing but a display. like similar, like not SCADA. SCADA is a very big software which we use with this thing. Here
SCADA
it's
controls the whole plant.
yes, whole plant, but
HMI is very small.
very small. Just you see your buttons. That's it. As I showed you, that's how we use
Human machine interface.
yes, human machine interface. But SCADA is nothing but supervision, control,
So you could basically control a data.
data acquisition. Yes, correct. Students.
Basically control and data acquisition.
Yes. So this is how once you done this. Any doubts in this?
No,
Okay.
the students are very familiar with this.
Uh-huh.
सारा लॉजिक गेट कर लेगा ना? हाँ?
And this is HMI tool. You have to double click here. You open the HMI. Go to new and go to new project.
क्या?
उसमें सिर्फ लैडर लॉजिक
हाँ.
नहीं
So I'll open it first. Go to HMI. Go to this. Go to file, new, whatever the.
New project.
This is just for display HMI, nothing to anything. So here you give any project name like GVT government. I'll give just for this, and after giving next, you'll get this. So here let it be now. Let it be this, and we communicate via this cable.
Okay.
Okay, to dump it. So this is how it will be. And the settings we should not change. I'll just you take a photograph. Okay, once the setting is changed, I cannot again I can't help from there, right? So I'll open this project. In this the settings will be there. Take a photo of this.
फोटो ले लो. ये आईपी एड्रेस सबनेट मास्क गेटवे ये यही होना चाहिए. ठीक है?
Take a
ये कभी
photo.
ये सेटिंग खराब होगा तो काम नहीं करेगा.
So this IP address or the settings changes, then it will not be interfaced.
नहीं. ग्रुप में भेज दोगे कोई आके फिर पट से चेंज कर देगा.
No, don't. Just
इसको फेंकना नहीं है, चुपचाप हमको भेज देना, किसी को भेजना भी नहीं है. हाँ, इसका फोटो भेज देना.
and
ये
take
वीडियो डाल देना.
and take this IPs also.
ये भी ले लो. क्या वीडियो? क्या करें वीडियो?
Okay. After this,
इसको क्या बोलते हैं? TIA 15.1.
TIA portal version 15.1. I showed it already a PLC if you use it will show here. So here see 1215C, but we are not using this model. So what you have to do is right click here, change device. Here you can see which model we are using. So 121 DC we are using. This one 1212 we are using. So you have to double click here. So once it will be here. Okay, and we are using extension module, no? DIQ, this one. Here you can see here CPU. You can add here also, or else like I have already added here. So I am using DIDQ here. So DIDQ, what I am using, this 8x24 VDC, we can see in the right side corner of that one. Okay, so I am clicking on this. In this, I am clicking first one. So this both are I have added manually. I have added. So once it is added, I am going for download. Like click on this program. This is the first program which I taught, and click on this download. So it will detect. It will not ask. I initially didn't ask for detect, no. So now it will automatically check. Continue without. So here I stop the old modules. So now the load and finish will not be enabled. So once you give this stop module, the load will be enabled here. So click on load. So that old program got deleted. This program will be uploaded and finish. And here you have to give start module, that is finished.
This program is already installed.
Yeah, this program that I explained, no, first time that in from my laptop.
Okay.
That one.
Okay.
Okay. So similarly, like after this, downloaded, go online. So monitor. So what you have to do is, once this is done, once it is giving a running, go to HMI. Here we can see here you have bit.
Bit switch, word switch,
Yes.
screen button.
So I'm taking this, clicking on this. This will come. So here what I'm doing is, um, in this switch, you have given invert. Invert is nothing but when you press, that time the signal should take. That is invert. Or you have set it should be off only. It should be set. We can give. This is invert I am given. This is memory address for that particular switch. That here we have given the first switch one. This is a memory address. Similarly, like give I 0.0, we can give M100. I am given. That's it. So
Okay.
here it is given, and this settings also you have to check for both. Once this is done, this program is done, go to this download button. Once you give download button, it will ask for save. Click on save. Here I have connected the USB to that B port. So it will ask give USB and click on download. Once you give the download, it will restart. HMI will restart. Once this is restarted, what you have to do is, this Ethernet cable we have to connect. Someone connect it back. So you connect to that HMI. LAN is there, right?
HMI.
Ulta? Or correct, yeah?
Everything appears here.
That screen appears here.
Okay.
So pressing, when we are giving memory, so 100. So that will be here. As per the logic what I told you, this is switch 1, switch 2, switch 3. That logic will do as here also. See, I showed you from that switch, no? So this is the logic. That is, once switch 1 is on, light 1 should be on. So this is switch 1. You just press it. So this is light 1, light 2. And this is switch 1, switch 2, switch 3.
Okay.
So light 1 is on here. And second condition is, so that is a condition of 0 and like 1 and 3. 1 and 3 is on anywhere in this logic. No. 2 is also on. So when 2 is on, when all the 3 inputs are on, that means both the lights are off. Both.
This is on.
This is 1, 2, 3
Okay,
switch.
this is okay.
This both are off. So 1 and 2 is on. That means
Like 2 is on.
like 1 and this is switch. Where is that? 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is on. Light 2 is on. So this is how they use HMI for interface.
Both is on.
When 1 and 3 is on. 1, 3. You just see this 3. Just 1, 3. 1, 3 is not even in the program. So as per this logic, this is how happens.
Okay,
And
then
if
how
you-
we connect? There are options for conveyor belt, basket. Everything is available. Toggle switch.
Just is for image representation. That's it. In SCADA, we can see the conveyor, how it is going and all. But
tanks are
yes, tanks
there,
and all we can see in SCADA. But here it is only image representation. So this is how
in this software, HMI, there is no symbol factory.
symbol factory. Like that much. Wait me take it. Where is it? Even I haven't used all these options. Just for interface, I use this program. That's it.
है तो ये सारे सब आ तो रहे हैं डायल वगैरह कैसे डायल चलाएंगे कन्वर्स
It's okay.